This is a review for FB Lead Chef. It's a new product that came out recently. As you can tell by the name, it's there to generate leads using Facebook. So in this video, what I'm going to do is firstly introduce the product, then what I will do is review the product according to some of the criteria I have set. So this is a product right there on screen. The product came with an installer as well as two PDF files. One was a setup file and the second was actually a strategy guide. In terms of what you need, a Facebook account, have a niche, a destination to direct your traffic to. Now that could be a Facebook page, that could be e-book download, or that could be a squeeze page. Now onto the product assessment. So my first criteria is ease of use. I have to say I'm very impressed by that. It's actually quite professional. In terms of installation, it took less than 10 minutes. So I think it's very easy to use. My next criteria is cost. I think a lot of programs out there requires ongoing costs, and the beauty of FB Lead Chef is it actually is just a one-off payment. All you have to do is install it and there's nothing ongoing. Now the third criteria I think is quite important, especially for desktop software, which is speed. So what I'll do is actually demonstrate a search feature to show you how fast it is. Now I'm just going to come up with a niche of my own. Let's say fly fishing. Now you can actually select to search in Facebook groups, events, as well as pages for fly fishing. In my case, I'm going to just show pages. So this is live timing right now. Okay, it hasn't finished. It's got actually it has 50 rows. Now I guess it depends on the topic that you are choosing. I can see from my categories there's not many pages that have over, let's say, 1,500 members, groups which have over 4,000. I think I've seen it might take around 30 seconds, which I think for a program like this is acceptable, because it is actually contacting Facebook via the web to actually get all the details out. In terms of software itself, I think it's quite speedy. Last and definitely not least is the functionality that the software offers, and I think everybody would be interested in this. I played around with all the functionalities available in this software, and I will just go through them that I believe are really valuable. So these are all the pages, Facebook pages, which has just the word fly fishing in the name. Actually, I probably should go to a group, because I think there's more information here. As you can see, for a page you can actually get passionate members and power players. I'll go through a group because I think there's more functionality there. Now group, it might take a bit more time to come back, but this is a live search, so in terms of how long it takes, you can time the video. Okay, so as you can see, there's two extra columns there, and I'll just explain why what it does. And I think it is, you probably just need the two columns on the right, but it's good to have the two on the left hand side. Okay, it's still going, but as you can see, there's a lot more members already. You can see two groups over 2,500. Oh, 2,000. Okay, so it's come back with 36 rows. So I'll just go through and I guess demonstrate what it can do. So it will save that list for you, IDs of everybody in that list. Now these are all Facebook IDs in that group. Now, okay, so these are actually email addresses of that group. these email addresses are not their private email addresses, it's their Facebook email addresses. So what you can do with these is, I guess one of the suggestions is you can private message them using these contact details, or alternatively you can send them an invite. The private messaging, as the quick guide also suggests, you might not want to do, just because it might be intruding on their space. So the two abilities that I love about this program is actually the passionate members and power plays, because that's what differentiates this product from your, I guess, Facebook advertising. Because Facebook advertising, you're gonna select advertisement to appear according to a person's details. Now you don't never know how updated those details are. Those details, they could have put it when they registered, they could have put a location and they've since moved and never updated again, and now you're still sending them a contact just because based on old information. Passionate members are people who actually are live and posting on these groups, so you know they're actually still interested in the subject itself, and that's where they become really valuable. So people who are still contributing to the niche. Okay, again, like I said, this is a live search, so this is basically the amount of time it will take, which is quite fast. That was under 30 seconds. Okay, now, so these are members. As you can see, there was, I think, 290, so about 10% of the people. So instead of in Facebook ads where you probably would have you know, sent messages to 2,000, that's cut down to 290. But you got to remember, 290 of these, they're highly active members, so they would more likely respond. The next feature which I find is, again, very powerful. Why is Power Play so good? Imagine you go to a group and you want to pick the person that is most influential in that group, or the leader, and you can immediately from this list select the person who has the most influence in that group, and that means you don't have to contact everybody. You only need to contact the person who has the most influence. It's like selling balls to a soccer team. You do not need to go to every player to sell those soccer balls, right? You just need to go to the coach. Once he endorses your product, everybody will follow. Now, I probably should open this in Excel. Give me a moment. Data and sort it, and I think that allows you to actually select the column power rank and show who has the most influence in that group. And so you don't actually have to contact everybody, or you know, sometimes you only have to contact that one person. Now, I think that is a very powerful function. Okay, so this is my assessment of the product. What's good? I think it's has massive potential. I haven't seen a product like this out on the market. I think there's been one other one which I believe is no longer available. Specific active targeting. What I mean by that is you can get members that are active or interested in your niche right now. Often you may get lists that are in your niche, but sometimes the lists are so old where the contacts are no longer valuable. You can't contact them. The third one I think is really powerful, is the power plays, actually getting people who others will listen to. If you can promote your product to them and have them endorse your product, having the rest follow. Some of the, I guess, suggestions one of them is filters. That might be a suggestion for future development. What I find at the moment is if you have a broad niche, it'll take longer to come back due to the fact there's so many groups with music. I think either having a cancel button or a filter which says give me top 10. It's privacy risk. This is not about the actual product itself. This is the users need to be aware that you have so much leads. Do not misuse that lead. Do not private message everybody and say, hey, click on this. If I was a recipient of that message, I would probably ignore it. That's another great thing about the power players. You can actually talk to that person one-on-one. So I do believe this software can be valuable to whatever business niche that you have. It can drive traffic as well as interest to your product. If you're looking for more traffic for your product or website, this is the product you need. Click the link down the bottom to visit the product page now.